HitFilm Sensei here. Today in this video, we're going to jump over a car. Now this is actually something that I did a long time ago. And then I posted it on the HitFilm Forum Discussion group, and I went through a sort of a learning curve, and then I forgot I had done it. And somebody recently asked me, hey, you ever going to do a tutorial on that car jump thing? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot all about it. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go through what I did and how I did it, and how I would suggest or recommend that you were to do it if you were to do it yourself. So the first thing that you want to do is you'll want to film the footage of both the jump itself and the car driving by. Now, I would suggest filming it not like I did. I filmed it with a bunch of stuff in the background, clouds are moving and all that kind of stuff. That made it a lot harder, but it was still doable. But if you could film it with a very clean background with nothing going on back there, and in similar lighting conditions, the clouds aren't covering the sun, and then, you know, the sun's shining and all that kind of stuff, that would be really smart, okay? Then you have to look and see, hey, maybe if I jumped, I jump high enough, I could actually really jump a car, right? So that's what I looked at. I said, well, let's just put it here and see. Guess what? I am going to get killed if I try and jump a car. Maybe back when I was young in my early 20s, I could have done it, but this 50-year-old man ain't going to be able to do it. So I decided, after measuring it out, that I would need to jump twice as high as I actually jumped. So I have to actually make that happen. How am I going to do that? Well, the key is going to be in calculating the hang time of the jump itself, okay? But first, we're going to start by masking out the car driving by, including the shadow. That is actually pretty easy to do. Then I'm going to mask out the jumping person. That's me. The best way to do that is to mask each part separately. So the torso first, then mask out the legs, then mask out the arms, then mask out the head and neck. So the whole thing, when it's masked out, you got just it. It's better to do that than to mask out the whole thing and try to adjust your mask for everything, okay? Then you have to double the height of the jump itself. Calculating the hang time, actually, my friends on the forum showed me how to do it. Simply put, if you throw something X times higher, it will stay in the air the square root of X longer. So if you throw something twice as high, it will be in the air 1.4 times as long. If you threw it 3 times as high, it would be 1.73 times as long, and 4 times as high would stay in the air twice as long. Okay? In this case, I just had to stay in the air twice as long, which meant that I have to stretch out those frames by 1.4. In the case of this situation, it was 14 frames worth of jump, so now it's 20 frames. Now all I have to do to finish is to create and apply a clean plate, which is directly behind the jumper. Because the person who's jumping is higher than he actually really jumped, you'll need a clean plate to fill in where he actually jumped. Then if you need to, you can add color correction and maybe add motion blurs, fix any differences that are caused by the time change, the lighting or whatnot, and you should be good to go. So that, in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. I will leave a link in the description below to the HitFilm Forum Discussion thread on this if you want more information and details as to the learning process of how I went through that. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If you would like to keep up with the latest tutorial videos from HitFilm Sensei, consider liking the HitFilm Sensei Facebook page, following the HitFilm Sensei Twitter feed, and subscribing to the HitFilm Sensei YouTube channel. The links are in the description below. A new video comes out every Friday and Monday, and thanks for your support.